So what else do you have on the agenda for today, Dave? I know we were going to talk about Trick or Treat Studios.
Yes. Trick or Treat Studios, of which I'm a customer, a wholesale customer. They sent me an email about 10 days ago that said they've decided not to continue the license agreement with Universal Studios. This includes the Universal Monsters merchandise they have, the Chucky merchandise they have, American Werewolf in London, and Halloween, which I thought, like, wow, I mean, like, for as long as I can remember, the Trick or Treat Studios Halloween masks, I mean, going back to our podcast from before, I can remember
years ago when they first started.
Yeah. I can remember how excited you were to be getting some of the masks. So, like, now, like, are they going to become collector's items? Is somebody else going to pick up the license? Is Trick or Treat going to go back and maybe renegotiate? I would think that probably the Universal Monster license is a set price. I don't know whether it would be by franchise or if it's just overall, but I was honestly shocked to see that. Like, I'm really curious to see what's going to happen with, what's next. Are the Trick or Treat Halloween masks going to go up in value? Is another company going to come in?
That's a great question. See, and this is also, we talk about how things are moving, right? So our collectibles and movies and everything, it's all very fluid. So now more than ever, there are people out there that will make unlicensed. But do you see how I'm saying, like, how that can make an impact?
Yeah.
So you may spend more money on a Michael Myers mask, let's say, than you would through Trick or Treat Studios. But the difference is that this is someone that can take all the time that maybe a collector is looking for. But there's tons of unlicensed material out there that has to play in to a part of it, whether it's I'm a big toy guy. And now the new thing is, if you want a character to, like, just their head, for instance, in the beginning. So if you start at that and say, well, I can, if it's a certain, if it's 1/6 scale, the heads are $40 everywhere you look. So Etsy has a million of them, anybody you can think of. So to me, instead of you buying a product that might cost $40, you can piece it together. You can buy the head and it looks exactly, it's not something off of a factory line. So I really believe that knockoffs are a huge part of their decision. I don't know.
I wonder.
I'm just saying that I really feel that, because whenever you go to any, like I said, Etsy or eBay maybe not so much, but even Amazon has knockoff stuff. So it has to be very hard for them to it has to be very hard for them to police that. Has to be.
Like, I know in a lot of cases, people will buy the Trick or Treat Studios mask and then send it to these other people that would modernize it or whatever you want to say. Improve it, So, like,
and it's not that Trick or Treat doesn't do good work. It's that it's
still mass produced,
a factory, right? So if you have an individual that says, I can only do 10 at a time, and the wait is like 3 months, okay, and it's going to cost you an extra $100. But if you want something that is specifically, like, I mean, looks like it could be a studio double, I just, I feel that that's where a lot of this extra money that people did have, besides the pandemic way of spending, where everyone was spending money kind of frivolously on anything that they wanted. But now you have the ultimate collectors that are out there that want specifics. And I do believe that it's very hard for a large brand that has so much. You said Universal is huge.
Yeah.
You know, just to get a creature from the Black Lagoon. Not only that, but licensing has also become really big, and people that you didn't think would have licensing rights now have licensing rights. It's almost like, you know, the licensing is like, okay, who wants what? You
Right.
know, it just seems like the expo that is in Vegas, the licensing expo, that it just happened not even a few months ago. Who knows what's up for grabs.
Thanks so much for listening. Please be sure to like and subscribe.